Welcome to the Excel Pod.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another Wednesday podcast. We are debuting our newest addition to the Jones family, Baby John. We were going to see if we could knock this podcast out without having him make his debut, but right as I was about to press record, he decided to wake up from a nap. So I know we haven't recorded in about 3 weeks. As you could tell, why? We had been very busy. And so we're trying to figure out the whole 3 children family thing. So this is the podcast where we talk about things positive, things that are positive, because we have so much negativity in this world that we just want to be a light for 30 minutes to an hour in your life, and to encourage you to be positive as well. So that's why I'm Matt, that's Heather. We talk about some wins that we've had, and and some other fun things as well. And so I forgot the whole positivity is such a powerful tool for us mentally, physically, emotionally, and most importantly, spiritually. So we're still in our studio. We're doing our studio thing. I don't know. This whole 3-kid thing, we may end up just being in our house doing midnight recordings of the Wednesday podcast. But let's talk about some wins. I guess we have one big win, who wasn't that big when he was born.
We were expecting him to be very big.
Yeah.
He was projected to be 9-10 pounds. And then he ended up being 7 pounds. So that's a big win.
Yeah, we
and it was a very fast birthing experience for us. So that was a win.
Usually it's an all-day waiting and chilling, and
Nope, not this time.
this was not that
This
time.
was very much because I was induced, and so it was here's your side attack, and then 30 minutes later, contractions hit really hard,
Yeah.
and then 45 minutes after that, my water broke or something,
Yeah.
and then not long after that, epidural. Then after that, it was I took a nap, and then there was a baby.
Yeah. It was wild.
It just kind of all happened so quickly.
But we also had a snowstorm
At the same time.
Yeah, so he came, we went home Saturday, and then that night a snowstorm blew through northern Tennessee, Kentucky, blew through everywhere. But we had probably 4 inches of ice that stayed on the roads for a while. So thankfully,
We were home before.
thankfully we were home
Any
for
of
him. But
that.
I also got a small paternity leave, I guess you could say, without having to use any days off
Yeah, that's
from the
right.
school or anything. So that was cool. And it was good to just be at home to figure stuff out for a week, even though I live right next door to our house, or I work right next door to our house. But Heather's been she's a champ. She is I tell everybody, because apparently the best question to ask anybody that has a newborn is, do you get a lot of sleep? So,
Or they'll say, sleep when he sleeps. And I'm like, what?
nah, that doesn't happen. So, but I had to tell everybody, I get to sleep because Heather is so selfless and she's awesome and she lets me sleep. I do try to help out at the 4 a.m. because he likes to that's his time.
6 a.m.
Yeah, that's his time to
6:30.
be what's up?
is
I'm
about
here.
the time you
Yeah.
step in. Because that's
So-
about my breaking point.
But that's his longest wake time during the night is hey, I'm up, I'm chilling, my tummy hurts, I need to toot, and But it's been fun. The girls really love him, and they're
it's
a
so
big help.
cute.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like, I knew they were gonna love him, but I didn't know how much they were gonna love him, and because you never know.
Yeah.
And Georgia just took right to this whole little. It's a real life baby doll.
Yeah.
So she changes diapers now. She changes outfits. Josie picks the outfits. I mean, they take turns holding him,
Yeah.
giving bottles, the whole 9 yards.
So what other wins have you had lately?
That's a win. What's another win? I finally made it back to church, which is a huge win because you get really lonely at home when you're trying to keep babies away from germs.
Yeah.
Because we also had like this huge sickness outbreak that happened, like spread like wildfire through the church. And so we stayed home a little extra, it felt like. But then again, it wasn't really extra because we canceled service that one Sunday because of the snow. So it's a win to be back in civilization, for sure. And we're slowly getting used to going out and about, me and the girls with a baby.
Yeah.
And
We are.
That's a new
this
adjustment.
is also baby 3 out of 5 in our congregation. So we had 5 women that were all supposed to be due within like a month of each other.
or like a
And,
few weeks
yeah.
or days.
And all boys. And the 5th one has now been born as of
2 a.m.
2 a.m. this morning. So he was number 3 out of 5. And so we have a lot of little boys that are about to be roaming the church building. And very excited about it all. But yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Heather's awesome. Georgia and Josie are doing great. Getting to go back to church with my entire family has been a lot better. It was just me and the girls, and but now, having them all there. Now the only thing is, everybody wants to look at the baby, so it's like I'm just unveiling a trophy every time. I have all the older women that come up and they're like, "Okay, gotta see the baby," and we keep his like car seat covered, and so I just have to like unveil and then veil him back. So. Some know no boundaries, though. I will tell you that. They're
I
like,
think everybody knows by now that Heather's a germaphobe.
yeah,
I think I've made that pretty clear that
Yeah.
no germs. I don't do germs. And all the little kids are like, "Can I hold baby John?" I'm like, "Absolutely not." I'm like, "You go to a cesspool school of germs." No.
yeah. What else? For me, some wins lately.
We have to tell about, was it last night that it happened?
What? What happened?
The projectile.
Oh no, that was 2 days ago.
Was
so
it?
one,
My days are all mixed up.
we got to witness our first like projectile doo doo. And I know this isn't a doo doo.
It was like a rocket. It was so
It was
scary.
the scariest thing I've ever been a part of. And, you know, you see videos of blowouts and stuff. This was a blowout without a diaper, though. This was terrifying. So
I change his diapers on the floor on just like a blanket or like a swaddle or something. And because by child number 3, you don't care about changing pads and whatnots and
yeah.
all that 9 yards. So I was just, we were in the living room and I was just changing him and he was really gassy and I was trying to hurry. And next thing I know, and Matt is sitting in the chair right behind me. And all of a sudden, this tiny little child like rockets poop
It was the
3
most
feet
terrifying
away.
thing. I would reenact but there's just no
There's
reenacting.
Matt screamed, "Oh no!" and he about jumped out of the chair.
That is scary.
And it was the funniest thing I think we have had happen in a long time. And it was it's just so funny.
So now my Instagram and Facebook, all I get now are like blowout reels. And so, yeah, it is terrifying. It was a traumatic experience.
It was so funny though.
I'm glad she thinks it's funny. So
I'm just worried about like the day that happens in a car seat. I'll never forget having to clean Georgia's cow. It was like a cow print car seat cover that Britick's had.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I
she had a
remember.
blowout in it. And it was,
That was a lot.
I think I cried over that because that was such a pretty car seat cover that was stained
Yeah.
mustard yellow after that. And it was very sad. So I'm worried about when that day will come for him. And I hope it doesn't happen at Disney.
I don't know. It's been a crazy adjustment there. I'm very thankful that we have a church family that is like all about helping us and wanting to, some people have offered to take our girls for a little bit. And so we can, I don't know, just relax for a second. But it's been awesome. What else has happened the past few weeks? Last week I got to play basketball with my 8th grade boys, and I realized I still got it. Started working out, get to go to Planet Fitness, which is 0.5 miles from our house. And the only reason I do that is because they have like ellipticals and arc trainer things, and me and Heather don't need to buy one of those for our house. So it's cheaper just to do a membership. And if you go at like right after lunch, there's like nobody there except old people. So it's awesome. And I found a few of our members that go there. So that's pretty fun. What else is there?
We booked Baby John's first
Disney
quick
trip.
Disney trip.
Yeah.
We're only doing one park day to kind of get our feet wet
Yeah.
of taking a baby to Disney. And
So
we're only
what-
doing Epcot.
Okay. So here's a question. What do you think is going to be the most challenging part to vacationing with him at 4 months old? Almost 5 months.
Traveling.
The traveling. So
I do not like car rides
Yeah.
with babies. It's not fun.
but they sleep a lot more than our older kids who never sleep. But we do. I mean, we live, what,
still-
11 hours from there?
That's a long way.
But we're going to stop in Birmingham on the way.
Yeah.
And we're only doing one part. But, okay, at Disney, what do you think would be the hardest part?
Diaper changes.
Yeah.
I
Trying
think.
to remember if there's bathrooms everywhere, though, isn't there?
But still.
Well, we're only doing one park day. That'll be our getaway for a
Yeah.
little bit. Before the chaos of summer starts, we thought, let's try to have a vacation where we just leave for just a little bit. We're only going for like 4 days, and get away from it, and then we come back and it's going to be pedal to the metal all summer long. So, yeah. And so since Heather's a big time travel agent, it's probably good, a travel advisor. It's probably good that we go and test places out with a baby, so that way she can tell people with babies, like, here you go. Here's my tips and tricks.
Well, I mean, there's baby care centers in each of the parks. So you can go in. No, I don't mean like a nursery where you drop your kid off. I mean, like, it's like a nursing room that also has, like, if you are in a pickle and you need a baby outfit or diapers
cool. I didn't know
or like anything baby related that you don't have and you need,
Cool. We need
you
to
can
check
get
that
it
thing out.
at those. And so those
cool.
are convenient.
Never seen that.
Yes, but last time we were at Disney, I was very largely pregnant, and I started noticing how many people take newborns
Yeah.
and like literally newborns.
Well, he's free, so it's awesome.
Yeah, but the line to the changing table in Magic Kingdom was wild. Every bathroom, the moms were just lined up waiting for the changing table. And I'm like, I feel like some of y'all got to be more creative of like how you change diapers. Like we're used to, most moms are used to changing babies in the seat of a car. So like, why can't you be that creative on a park bench?
Remember that one time? I don't know when we went. I don't know if it was this last one or the time before.
It was this last one.
But there was a mom that had like 3 other children in the bathroom with her, and the baby was just not having it.
Yeah, it was this
It
trip.
was like next to Pirates of the Caribbean.
Uh-huh.
Wow. That was sad.
And then, and then this past trip, we were in line for Mickey's Runaway Railway, and there was a mom and like her sister and her mom, and the mom and then the grandma had on baby carriers, and this mom had like 6-week-old twins with little ear muffs on them. Is that what they're called?
Possibly.
The little sound.
Earmuffs, yeah.
Is that what they're called? Earmuffs. With little sound.
Deadening the devices.
Yeah, little sound thing, so it
Yeah.
wasn't so loud. On her 6-week-olds, getting on Mickey's Runaway Railway,
That's fun.
and I was like, "Oh, they're so
Heather's
little."
been practicing doing the carry thing.
And I've never
Gotten into it.
gotten into the whole baby wearing, baby carrier thing, because with Georgia, I got like the most difficult baby
There's a lot of moms that wear
carrier.
that though.
and but I mean
cloth one,
obviously
yeah.
that was 9 years ago, and I had nobody around that had babies, so I didn't have anybody else to lean on
Yeah.
and be like, how do you work this thing? So this time around, it's like I've got moms everywhere around me to help me figure out this whole mom baby carrier wearing stuff.
Yeah. We some other stuff that we've had going on.
Sleepy puppy.
It's hard to even remember 3 weeks ago. I don't know, just good stuff. Getting to be a family of 5 and getting to see all of that. But I guess there was some stuff I was thinking about. I can't remember it now. Oh man, he's going into interpretive dance mode. The scrunchiness of babies is always fun.
I love it because it's not around for very long, and he's a very noisy baby.
Okay? Oh, Heather and I also. So I'm teaching Daniel I'm about to start teaching it in our Wednesday night Bible classes here, but I'm also teaching it to my 8th grade boys Bible class, and it's been fun because I like studying through Daniel, and I'm trying to approach it a little bit differently with them and do more questions and have them look in the text. But I got this bright idea because I like Daniel chapter 1, verse 8, where he resolved in his heart to do, the fast to make sure he stayed true to God and not defile himself. And I was like, that'd be fun to do with Heather and I. So we're on day 2 of doing a Daniel fast, which is vegetables and water, but not, a little bit more technical. That idea of vegetables, that word there in the Hebrew means that which is sown. So produce from the ground in water. Now, we do have a small caveat. We do have coffee in the morning.
I need it.
So we tried it. We started yesterday, and we're not super strict. The main thing is, we want to stay away from, let's do 10 days of not eating, meat or processed sugar or just bad food. And we're going to see how it goes. But yesterday was lots of soup.
Oh, that's what I was going to get.
Yeah.
I was going to get stuff to make a vegetable soup,
Yeah.
and I forgot.
We had a vegetable soup for lunch yesterday. And if you're a true Daniel faster, you may get mad at us, but we went to Publix and they had this 12 grain bread with omega-3 in it, and I was like, this is pretty Danielish. So there's kind of a
Daniel.
there's like a split consensus on whether Daniel would have had bread or not. Whatever, So we're not going that hardcore. Our main thing is just give our bodies a rest of trying to process sugar and meat and all that. So we're gonna see how it goes. It's been pretty fun. Last night was awesome. We had these I had like a chickpea curry made with coconut milk, which is water and coconut, and it was over like long grain brown rice. It was awesome. I'm down for some. And so that makes me think of like Indian food has like the veg and non-veg. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was delicious.
Oh yeah, we could go eat a lot of Indian food.
I'm saying, get some chopped shawarma.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, but you got to be careful of the cream stuff.
Oh.
Like the shawarma, I think is cream, like heavy cream. We're trying to stay away from animal-produced stuff and try to go with earth-produced stuff. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes. We'll tell you after 10 days. We're in day 2.
We'll see how long I can make it.
Yeah.
I am hungry.
I had that. Well, she also didn't eat this morning because the girls had dentist appointments.
Yeah,
We got her coffee, though.
I did have coffee. I'm
Yeah.
surviving on coffee. But, and I'm also trying to get back down to pre-baby weight, which I know people are probably like, you're ridiculous. Just you're 3 weeks post. Give it some time. But I can only fit into so many of my clothes.
Yeah.
And I'm so ready to wear other clothes again. So that's a thing for real.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to ask you some questions.
Oh man. Okay.
I hope you're ready on the fly with this.
Okay.
These are so I wanted to quiz Heather, interview Heather on just like how she remains positive. I don't know about you, but you've probably heard of baby blues, where there is postpartum depression, and I think ever since I've known Heather and the 3 children she's had her moments, but she's also been someone that I guess it hasn't fully affected. I don't know if that would be a good term, but so I want to pick your brain and interview you and see. I probably should have sent you these earlier, but I just found them. So we're going to talk about motherhood and meaning is going to be the first category.
Oh.
What's a hard moment that you've had recently that has turned out to be good?
A hard moment recently that turned out to be good.
Yeah.
Any hard moment?
In terms of motherhood, maybe, or just anything that's come from that.
It's definitely hard getting up at night.
Yeah.
And the 2 to 3 hour stretches where he is just like, I don't care to be in my bed. I just want you to snuggle me and hold me. And honestly, if you watch the video form of this and you can see how he likes to lay on me, this is how he lays on me for 3 hours in the middle of the night. And while I was pregnant, I had the worst acid reflux and carpal tunnel. And I still have the carpal tunnel, and that stinks. But I could not sleep laying down, or else I would throw up. So I had to sleep sitting up. So now I am once again sleeping sitting up because I'm now holding him sleeping sitting up. But even though I don't want to be sleeping like that or anything, really. I'm not supposed to be sleeping while holding him. I know that's wrong. Somebody is so judging me right now. But what you're tired, you just, you do what you got to do. But I'll just sit there and I'll pass out holding him, and he'll be in his little scrunch ball up on my shoulder. And as hard as it is, it's just like, oh, but I love you. You're just so cute.
Yeah.
And you won't be this cute and tiny for very long. Now that I have a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old, the reality hits of how fast it goes away. Because Josie today was like, when's my birthday? Like, how long until my birthday? And we counted up and we were like, 6 months till your birthday. And she goes, I'll be 6.
Oh,
and I'm like, where did this come from? Like, how are you 6? Where did the time go? And so, even though it's hard,
Yeah.
being up for 3-hour stretches sometimes, I just love this.
I
These
will
little
say,
snuggles.
too, with her being up,
But I do stare at you while you're sleeping sometimes, and I'm like, how do you sleep through some of this?
I don't.
You're
So-
snoring hardcore, and I'll like smack you or something because you're snoring, and then he's like twitching because you're snoring.
I will say, and I will call myself out. There was like the first couple of weeks,
First week,
it was really hard on her. And
I love my sleep, y'all.
I was not being the best husband or father, and I was sleeping. And it became very hard on Heather, but it created a good talking moment, conversation moment where she finally just said, I need help. So her hard moment encouraged me to be more helpful, because I got into the whole like, and this is, no father should do this. Like, oh, I've got so much to do tomorrow. I've got to do this, this, and this. And I need to just say, look, I need to help her and be present with her. Even if she's even like, I don't even need you to like do anything. I just need you to just be awake and say hello.
I mean, you're
And-
more than welcome to change some diapers.
Yeah.
We signed a thing.
No, we never signed it.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
We said that if I had a boy,
I have changed some.
and you would change. You told me I will change every
I know,
diaper.
but you always beat me to it. So you're just super mom. I can't ever beat you to getting to his diaper. So, dads out there, try to help mom during these times. Okay, let's see. Here's a good question for Heather. What type of home atmosphere do you want to build in your home?
A quiet one.
No, like really. I know quiet.
No,
one,
like
but-
really a quiet one.
I know, but you've read so many books on this.
Home atmosphere.
Yeah.
Well, I'm obsessed with Sally Clarkson and her entire like mothering, and Jennifer Pepito and her mothering, because they're very similar, and like how they create home life. And so one that is more focused on building spiritual values over cultural values, and like classical influences and things like that aren't.
What is the
I don't know
Sally
how
Clarkson
to.
book that you?
The Life Giving Home.
Yeah.
And then she also has the Life Giving Table, the Life Giving Parent, and then Giving Your Words. And then she's got a lot of books.
Yeah.
But the Life Giving Home is it's more of a book you read like a portion a day, because it's meant, I think, to be read throughout a year, because it's a bunch of different articles built into a entire book.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that till halfway through the book. I was like, oh, you're supposed to read each section a day. Because I was like, why are these chapters so long? And it's like, oh, because they're meant for each month. So, just the way you help create home is a place of, I want to be at home with my parents, or I like being home with my kids, or like more like homebody type stuff.
Like I love being at home rather than
Like you
we
want your
saw
kids to want to be here, not with their peers.
Modeled for us when we lived in Oklahoma, and that has been, I think, something we've always tried to. Not saying that.
It's being very intentional with the time that you have with each other.
Yeah, and we want our kids to say, to have it in their life, and I don't think we've gotten to this point yet. And we're striving to, and we need to be more intentional about it, but have our kids be like, I don't really want to go hang out with y'all. I want to be like at home. Like that's the family I worked for in Oklahoma, that their kids were like, no, we're good. We're going to go home. Granted, they had acreage to run around and do stuff and shoot stuff and stuff like that. But they wanted to be at home.
Yeah.
Because they knew they were safe there. They trusted their mom and dad. And I think our girls do too, and John will. But
it's just taking that time to be very, very intentional with the things you instill in your kids and your home life and what you allow and not allow to infect your home is super important.
Yeah.
And we try.
Oh my.
Good job, little buddy. And we try really hard to do those things and make sure our girls understand, like, this is why we don't do that, or this is why we don't allow that, and like this is why we want to read more and stuff. So drawing lots of character values from like books and like characters from books and stuff. So me and the girls will read aloud a series every year, or we started this when we started doing Peaceful Press last year, I think.
2 years ago.
2 years? Oh, yeah. Oh, my.
So almost 3 years ago.
Oh,
when
wow.
We went to whatchamacallit?
Yeah. So almost 3 years ago. So seeing how the girls really find and relate to characters and events in those books is really cool. And they're called like living books. So it's like Laura Ingalls, Narnia, things like that.
Yeah.
That I can't remember any others at the moment. So
another thing like along these lines is I don't know, there's a lot, and I know there's a lot of things that I could fix. I'm not used to, that's the thing, is Heather and I are coming from backgrounds where I don't want to say it was not.
But it's also, but it's also not just like reading aloud to your kids and instilling things and being intentional, but it's also learning and showing your kids how to love the ordinary things of every day, like just lighting a candle or setting the table or using the pretty things because you want to use the pretty things and stuff like that. And it's just finding the beauty in the everyday, which can be hard, especially if you're very type A like me.
Yeah, and that's very much like what this podcast is how can we find positivity? How can we find beauty when we live in the world we live in? Now, here's a question. Since we've lived in lots of different places, do you think living in a big city makes it more difficult?
Yes.
Yeah. We went on our walk, and that's something we've always talked about. We were on our walk yesterday, actually, and we were just talking about how much more difficult this type of parenting, I guess you could say, this type of home life, atmosphere building, this is living in a bigger city, because obviously with a bigger city becomes more influences. And I don't know, it's just, we were discussing that on our walk yesterday. And we were thinking about different things, and this is like stuff that both of us need to work together at, but less TV time, which is a fault of my own. I love TV. I love movies. I love watching stuff. Even when Heather and I were dating, since we did long distance dating, if there was ever a time when Fox News wasn't on the TV, which was mainly when I lived with my boss's family and they would go to like a basketball game, I was like, oh, I'm going to watch a movie. And so I would lay there on the phone with Heather and be watching a movie, and I'd be just
be
dead
silent.
silent. And she'd be like, what are you doing? And I'd be like, I'm going to have to call you back when this movie's over. And she was just like, I don't know. I love movies. People are always like, oh, the books are so much better. I'm like, no, they're probably not. I don't know. It was probably from my childhood. But so after work or something, I guess you could say one of my stress relief things is to just watch TV. Whether it be YouTube farming, or that's really mainly what I watch, or eating competition people. Like, I try to watch fun stuff for the girls, but it's like,
And then I just want to watch Disney YouTubers,
Yeah.
but the girls don't let me ever, or like history documentaries.
Yeah.
And Georgia wants to watch them with me, but Josie doesn't care about history shows. So I don't watch anything
Yeah.
anymore.
but that was one thing that I probably brought up on our walk yesterday. Was like, I could probably do better about just when dinner starts, which we usually eat dinner about 5 or 5:30. Like, we're cutting off electronics. That means phones, iPads, which we don't even use iPads, but any sort of electronic TV, we cut that off and spend the next hour and a half, 2 hours being intentional about playing games or having Bible time, having reading time. So I'm going to say that on this podcast so that people can
Hold you accountable.
hold me accountable.
But the girls do a Bible study in the morning,
Yeah.
but I think we just got to
Yeah.
review it more.
Yeah. And spend more time talking about it. And we do some not consumed Bible studies. And yeah, I just want to be more intentional about that. That way, it would be cool to get to the moment to where our girls are like, we don't want to go to a friend's house because tonight's the night we're going to do the Daniel and the Lion's Den skit together. Like we get to a point where we start planning out like the week of this is what we're going to do during our intentional time. And that's something we've been trying to do for 9 years. And
But we
maybe-
just keep getting busy.
yeah. So that's going to be fun. And that's something that Heather has striven to do, and she's probably pushed me to do. I just pushed too much back, and I get into my lazy mode. So, all right. Okay. I don't even know how long we've been going for.
I don't know.
Okay. One last question.
Okay.
What has motherhood taught you about yourself? I know an answer for you, but
Oh,
I don't want you to cry though either.
I don't know, honestly. I think motherhood could actually teach every woman that you're actually more capable of doing the things that you didn't think you were capable of doing.
Yeah.
Especially when your kid gets dysentery and it's your first child and they're like 4 months old. No, how old was she? 6 months old.
Yeah.
From daycare in the middle of nowhere of Oklahoma, you are fully capable of so much.
Yeah.
So I think motherhood teaches you that you're so much more capable of the things that you never thought you were capable of. Ever.
I will say Heather usually has when she's pregnant, she usually has massive fears of
Oh, yeah.
she won't
hate being pregnant.
She won't be able to do this, do that, do this, do that. And every time that she births a child, her instincts, her motherhoodness just comes out, and she does an amazing job. And she will never brag on herself, but I like to brag to people about how amazing she does at all of those things, and that we have two wonderful girls who are very intelligent young ladies, and she has homeschooled them since day one, and both of them Georgia can read very proficiently. I actually joke with a lot of people that that's not even a joke. She reads better than a lot of kids that I get to teach. And she's just very good at reading, and she loves to read aloud, and she loves to answer questions. She loves learning.
She's really good at math,
Yeah.
too.
And Josie is right behind her with learning how to do stuff too. And I think it's cool that and I try to encourage her and say, you have taught our children to do some of the most major skills that they need in life. And that's coming from a background of not being homeschooled. I was never homeschooled. She was never homeschooled. And that's coming from a person who also is a do-it-yourselfer. So she has had some help along the way with some people, but she's usually like, I'm going to blaze my own trail and figure it out.
A lot of it is also finding your child's learning style.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to figure out Josie's learning style, but me and Georgia, we nailed it down.
Yeah.
But Josie, she's a work
I know
in
we're
progress.
excited. Next year, we're going to be possibly working with a hybrid school. We're not 100% sure yet, but there's a cool hybrid program in our area that I like their methodology to their schooling side. I like how the material they go through and different things like that. And it's just 2 days a week, but yeah, I think it would be a fun partnership, I guess you would say. That's what they would consider it. It's not a co-op, it's a hybrid school. There's somewhat of a difference. So, yeah, we're excited about that.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
So, again, be positive, stay positive. Yeah, anything else you want to say?
I don't know. I feel like we had other things, but I don't remember anymore.
Yeah. We'll plan next week. But yeah, again, we're thankful to be on the ExcelPod network, and they've got lots of other podcasts. We try to be positive in a world that sometimes seems dark. So, yeah, be positive to people around you today, and have an awesome day. See you later.
Bye.